Dogs have just been a long-term dream no matter what. When I was a kid, it's a really embarrassing story, but I wanted to be a dog. And I ran around on all fours for many years of my childhood to the embarrassment of my parents. But I wanted to be a dog. I connected more with them than I really did with anybody else. And so when we got our first dog when I was 5, I spent all my time with that dog, and that was, to me, the happiest moments of my childhood. And so as I got older, I knew I wanted to do things with dogs, but training was not something that was really talked about back then. It wasn't something you could make a career out of. And so I went into the veterinary avenue, and I started volunteering at a lot of clinics and things like that. And I'm seeing these dogs that are severely injured, hit by cars and stuff like that. And I realized I just don't have the heart for that or the stomach for that. It was just too difficult to watch these dogs in pain. And so I chose a whole different avenue, got my degrees in other things. And then one day I adopted a dog from the Kootenai Humane Society. And when I brought her home, I realized, holy cow, this dog pulls on leash, and it can't, greet people. It can't ride in the car. It has anxiety. And I did not want my dog that I just adopted to be like the dog growing up, where it was always in the backyard and it never went anywhere with us. I wanted to take my dog everywhere with us. So I Googled, how do you train a dog to walk nicely on a leash? And the first things that's popping up are YouTube videos of dog trainers teaching you how to teach your dog to walk on leash. And I'm blown away that we have dog trainers making money and actually having a career training dogs. And I knew then without hesitation that that was the career for me, that I would be able to connect with these dogs and change dogs' lives and be able to produce something that fit my heart and fit my desires in life. And it's just worked out flawlessly ever since then. I think it's the ability to be a dog. I think that's something that we forget about as human beings is, we get to be humans every day. We get to experience it, but a lot of times our dogs are put into a human world where things don't make sense to them and things are very stressful for them, very scary for them. And for the first time to see them light up and enjoy playing ball in a park when before it was too stressful and scary because there were other dogs or people, or for the first time to see them enjoy having guests come over when normally it would be something that would create territorial behavior or create anxiety in them, or the first time just to be able to hang out with their owner and not be in a fear cycle or an anxious cycle, to see them experience what it's like to live like a dog, but still in a human world. I think to me, that's the most rewarding thing. And also to see the families really learn what that's supposed to look like and enjoy bringing that out of their dogs as well. It's a very special feeling. I come from a huge Catholic family, huge Italian family. And so family's been, pushed from the very get-go that it's a really important thing. And my husband comes from the same background, very large, loud Italian New York family. So we're really open and kind and giving in that respect, where we not only want our family to be part of our business. So my child is here, my parents are here, my dad was just out here filming with us not too long ago. And we want that feeling to carry over to our clients and to our social media people who follow us. We want them to be part of the family as well, because that is what really helps people connect with their dogs, connect with the people around them, and really move towards that healthy mindset that we're all looking for, and that satisfaction in life and that fulfillment in life. And I think the family aspect of it is not only great for the people that we work with because it helps set them at ease, but it's great for their dogs because it does the same and allows their dogs to blossom at a natural rate in a very comfortable environment. A successful dog can vary. So we always have to take into consideration the deficit which the dog first comes to us. And so it's not always cut and dry. You don't have dogs that are at the same level. So we might have a dog that maybe has some mild behavioral issues. Maybe it's a little bit reactive because it's anxious, or a little bit reactive because it's underfulfilled. And so success would simply be helping that dog learn how to walk nicely on a leash, be happy with its family or what have you. And our goals might not be the same as a dog who has come from a severe abuse situation or a fight club, or has just terrible genetics on their side, or just hasn't had good experiences in the past. For us, success might look as something as simple as going pee or poop in their own backyard. So we had a dog that came through extreme fear case, probably one of the first fear cases that I'd ever done. And after we sent the dog home, the mom sent me a picture of the backyard covered in snow, and it had footprints from the dog all over the snow for the first time, because the dog before that would never leave the porch and never be brave enough to venture out into the yard. So sometimes success looks different. Sometimes it's not always a super happy-go-lucky dog that's just achieved every element of perfection. Sometimes it's just simple things where the dog can finally be at peace in their own home or their own neighborhood or with their own family. We focus heavily on the relationship not only with the dog, but also with the client. And I feel like in other companies, even ones that I've been a part of in the past, it is more about the dollar. It is more about getting results, and it is less about how we get there, and it is less about the mindset that we cultivate and the comfort and the trust and the respect that we cultivate with the client and with the dog. I think that is something that's very paramount. The second thing that I think sets us apart is that we're always learning. Even though we do have a very good track record and we do have a large client base and fan base, it doesn't put thoughts in our heads that we are the end all be all, that we know everything about dog training. We are always seeking more knowledge, looking for ways to improve our communication, improve our relationship with our clients and the dogs to make things go even better. And I sometimes think that people get stuck in a rut or find their comfort zone, and they stay there and kind of keep offering the same product over and over again when they could be continually improving.